right, guys. Thanks for cooking, Griffin.
Yeah, man. Good dinner. Nice work.
Cool. That was a lot of bacon.
A lot of bacon.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bacon.
Maple syrup
You think
on the
so?
wedge salad.
Maple syrup.
With maple bacon.
Whatever.
Still with the ranch and or blue cheese, or just by itself?
I don't know about blue cheese. I don't like blue cheese.
Okay.
Not even with wings.
Not even with
I'm a
wings.
big blue cheese guy, especially chunky. It's gross.
Fair enough.
Cowboys and Dolphins.
It is
game.
moldy cheese after all.
Cowboys and Giants.
The Dolphins won today, though, right?
Dolphins won, but
Nice.
yeah, kind of, because Tannehill, I think's done for the season.
Yeah.
So they kind of lost, but won at the same time.
Cool. Well, I know the football game's about to start, but we'll do our little tabletop training here. We're going to do something a little different. Usually we talk about the trucks and pump pressures and stuff like that and what we're going to do, but actually tonight I wanted to just do something a little different. I kind of invested some time and effort into you guys just to get you ready for your future.
Hey, well, before you start, man, I want to congratulate you on that Officer of the Year nomination.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I
good
mean,
job.
Yeah, that's
don't get me
awesome,
wrong,
man.
you're an excellent lieutenant, but I think that mustache had a lot to do with that.
It makes it, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I forgot to
Yeah,
comb it today,
yeah,
but
you got
it's
a
fun.
couple of the votes because of that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
pretty
listen, I
awesome, man.
appreciate it because
Congratulations.
it's actually a big honor. You guys are the ones that voted in, so maybe you guys didn't vote.
All right, didn't mean to interrupt.
Somebody did.
What do we got with training there?
You guys voted in, but all right. So here we go. We're going to talk about our future and what we want to do, right? So this came into play when I was trying to get ready to become a lieutenant and wanted to see what I needed to do and what to focus on, and I had to go back to school. Anybody going to school right now?
Looking
At the
into
moment.
it.
No. All right. Well, I went back to school. I took online classes. I mean, there's obviously some local colleges that you can go to and what have you, but
Where'd you go?
I did Valencia online,
Online.
which was cool. I was out of school for 20 plus years, so wasn't sure how the online format was going to work, but
And
it worked
all
out
your
really well.
like your high school transcripts and everything was pretty easy application process. Once you
Yeah,
got.
the high school thing was good. I was kind of concerned about my fire classes and actually how many of those were going to count towards my degree. So, you know, we had FO1 and all this other good stuff, all the certs and everything that we've worked on, but they're actually pretty cool. They took most of those, and I really ended up just needing to take the 6 core classes, if you will, like humanities and psychology. But
Did you find the online classes difficult, being that you didn't have a teacher right there to
I
ask
did.
questions to?
I did at first. A more interaction, and
Sure.
we had to use a lot of media and stuff like that, which
Yeah,
I'm
that'd
more
be difficult.
paper and book,
Time
you know.
management.
Time management
I'm bad at
was not a strong
procrastinating.
point in the beginning.
Yeah.
Time management was something that I needed work on right away, especially with life. I mean, it's life. But at the same time, it was easy. So, but I went to Valencia, and before I could do anything, I had to take this class called the student learning class. I really didn't want to take the class because everything I heard was like, it's going to teach you how to study, teach you how to make notes, and all this other good stuff, which I felt we've already done. I mean, how many classes have we taken?
Yeah.
We've been in school. So, but anyways, it turned out to be a great class, and there was a lot of different assessments that we had to do, questions and stuff like that. But what I was getting at is, it really was able to get me to focus on a few of my strengths that, you know, everybody has a different strength, right? I mean, you feel that some people are more responsible than others. Some are, you know, are bean counters, as we call them, or whatever the case may be, right? But if you guys are going to school, I definitely would suggest trying to take this class, all right? I printed this out for you. On this paper is a list. So everybody's got these strengths, right? And there's 34 of them that are classified. And on that paper, you'll find the website that you can go to. I've already registered you guys, and there's a code. There's an access code on there. All you got to do is type in that code, and it's going to be a test. It's a little over 100 questions, and it's these cool questions like you don't know which way to go with it. Like there is no right or wrong answer, but you would say, hey, would you save a cat out of a tree? Yes or no?
No.
No. And it's a simple question, but at the end of the day, it's going to peg you, you know, and you'll be surprised. So,
I don't trust cats. I'd probably just pull
Right.
pre-connect.
well, that's all we do as firefighters, right? It's cats and birds
But
and trees.
you don't see any cat skeletons in trees, do
Nah,
you? So-
they find a way out.
I don't really need a study.
It's a
They
great
find
point.
a way out on their
I
own.
thought about that.
They do find.
So looking at all this stuff, what would you say some of your strengths are?
Well, here's the thing. So you take this test, right? And I have no idea what is going to happen. And you can't just sit there and dwell on it. You have to 20 seconds to answer each question. So at the end of it, you get it. So if you look at all these, mine were all over the place. My first one, all right, so let me ask you this. All right, I'm going to throw them out there, and you just tell me if you feel it's me or not. All right, so my first one was being responsible. Yeah?
Yes.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
Second one was an achiever. Which
Overachiever.
means that you're overachiever. Nice. Which just means that you're always going for something. You can't settle for anything. You just want to keep going after them. My third one was belief, like more of an emotional connection to what you do and you guys. Like if I
passion?
let some of you down, I have to make it up. And I don't know if you guys feel that way or not, but if I don't follow through on a commitment, then it eats me up inside. And they break it down a little more. Trust me, guys. These are just little answers to it. But my next one was futuristic. Again, I was just always thinking about what we can do in the future, betterment for the department, for us. What can we do? Here's the kicker: is the last one. It's called woo, and that was winning others over. What do you think?
To woo them.
Huh?
To woo them, yeah.
The whole silver tongue devil.
Yeah, for sure.
Get that done right. You walk in a room.
The sales.
Yeah. The what?
The sales.
Hey, door-to-door sales. It makes it happen, all right? That's what it was all about. So anyways, you go in there and you're going to find it. So those are my 5 strengths. There's 34 of them that you can go for. But the idea of this was just to focus on your top 5. Because the top 5 are your strongest ones. That's what's going to make you successful. You're not going to worry about 34. It's there. You do it. But the cool part is that some of them, you don't even know. Like, you just go on with your daily, and you don't even know it's a strength, But like you look at some of these on here, discipline and focus and positivity. I mean, you would think everybody has them, but you have 5 strengths at the end that are the strong ones that you want to work with. So if you looked at that, what would you think some of yours were? You asked me, but what do you think some of yours were?
Maximizer, does that have to do with like being in the gym?
Pause.
Getting swole,
Could be a good one.
right? That's it. That's all you got.
Futuristic for sure.
But here's the thing, guys, and that's what I was getting at. Like when you sit there and you look at them, you'd be surprised, especially when they break them down. So with that, you guys should be getting a book called Strength Quest. In that book, it's chapters in there that really break these strengths down that you can talk about and really read into them and see how to use them going forward. There's a couple other things in the book that are helpful, really, when it comes to decision making. I mean, as well as anybody else, the decisions that we have to make and how fast we have to make them, what we need to take in. So it really plays a role. So, but you guys, do you think you're going to go to school, Griffin, anywhere here, or?
Well, I've already got several years of school under my belt, and I want to go back and finish it, obviously. So at some point, I want to be in your shoes and go for a promotion.
Right.
So I think that I will. My hope right now is, that's why I started growing this, is that when it comes time for a promotion,
Right.
they'll look at my mustache and then they won't even.
It's almost a shoe-in, right?
It's a shoe-in.
Yeah.
They won't even
It's
be
a
worried
shoe-in.
about the schooling because it's like, he's got a killer mustache. He's fit for the job.
Right.
Yeah. He's
I
obviously
would
grizzled.
agree. Huh?
He's obviously grizzled.
Yeah, like a salty vet. No, yeah,
Exactly.
he doesn't need schooling. Look at him. He obviously knows what he's doing.
Right.
So,
Makes sense.
And he's been on for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Kramer? Are you going to school or are you going to do anything?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to school. But what was the main purpose of this whole class and the strengths and domains here? I mean, this is.
It's just.
Well, here's the cool part. Again, because I think we come in here with the idea of just fast tracking and feeling that we do anything we can here, all the extra events that we do and all the training that we do outside of work, and we feel that's great and it's good. But, when you sit back and really just kind of reflect on yourself, the coolest thing was having to come up with a mission statement. I mean, so we have a mission statement here, and it's usually associated with a business or whatever, and that's how they're going to do work, right? So we had to come up with this mission statement that explained who we were and how we did things and just who we were as a person.
Let's hear it.
And it came in, huh?
Let's hear it.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah, you've got your own personal mission statement?
I do.
Sounds
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a new sign. I'm going to put it right up next to the other one that's in there.
There you go.
And work, so it goes. But again, mine was to serve others emotionally, physically, or spiritually. All right.
Okay.
To allow them to be successful in life, at work, or as an individual.
Very good.
So what do you think?
I like it.
It's deep.
It's deep, right?
Very deep. I
I
like
mean, that's another cup of coffee deep. I mean, that's, you're going to have to sit here and think about that one for a while.
Yeah, let that soak in.
But again, it's really simple. It doesn't too much. But again, as a person, it's just whatever it is to help somebody out. So that's my mission statement. And you guys will be prompted to do that when you go through that and you do it. But again, nothing else. All that is just a little something from me to you guys that you can find out, and as you're going forward. Now, Josh, I know you talked about being a lieutenant and wanting to move up and become a lieutenant. Have you put any more thought into that, or you know how you're going to go about doing that?
Well, obviously, you know, we have the requirements that we need with the FO1 and,
Right.
and obviously the AA, so I need to figure out, you know, this is all insightful as far as, you know, coming up with a program as far as, now does this program, can you roll this into a bachelor's program, do you know?
You can, and that was the cool thing. And when it came to pick the school, like Valencia is associated, it's in Orlando, you know, but it's associated with UCF and some other colleges around. And again, just really depending on what your bachelor was going to be. So for like fire and emergency management, UCF has a program. The other cool thing about Valencia is that they have a public service academy, if you will, or schooling. So they're set for the fire science, police, and all that. They have their own hall building for that they have all the training equipment and everything. So the program is designed around what you want to do, and you're talking to advisors that are involved in the fire science and police and what have you. So that part of it was good. But I was going to tell you, if you go, the biggest thing that helped me out. Somebody else fell, huh? 'Tis the season.
It's that time of year. It's raining over here.
Is it?
Like I'm actually getting wet. That's why I keep looking back. I'm like, all right, is this, do I need to shut this bay door,
Sorry.
or?
No, what I was going to say is one thing that helped me out the most is find somebody, whether it be like Chief Titus, you know, Chief Berman, or somebody that maybe has gone that route before, and go and talk to them and see. Find another lieutenant, not necessarily me, we work together, but you know, Lieutenant Haas, Chikonsky, somebody like that, and just sit down with them, ask them what their pros and cons were. You know, what was it? What was that job? It really helped me out because there was a lot of things that got brought up that I didn't think about. You know, it's a change in the dynamics of, you know, the guys, you know, the paperwork, and just the different level of responsibility.
The whole
And see if
buddy
it's
to
really
boss.
something that, you know, it sounds good to be a lieutenant, but then just see if it's really something that you could take and see what the pros and cons are for it. So the interview really helped me, kind of push me in the right direction, and then seeing what you have to do going forward to get to the next position. Like one day, it would be nice to be a chief, but I'll have to finish my bachelor program to make that happen, which I did. I transferred over, and instead of trying to take a full load, I just took one class at a time. You know, I wasn't in a rush for it, but you know, just steadily chipping away at it and getting to it. So
Cool.
But honestly, like I said, I know the football game's coming on. I just wanted to throw this out there to you guys. You guys, anything that you want to add
No,
to
it's
it, or you want to
definitely,
bring in?
It's definitely something to consider for sure. I mean, I like the whole, the avenue of rolling it straight into your bachelor's program.
Right.
On top of utilizing your FO1 certs and everything like that. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool. So
So you do that, and you know,
it's relative
it's
to what
cool.
we do, that's for sure.
And I think it was when I found those 5 strengths, and you really, like, it has you just focus on those 5 and really pinpoints what makes you you. And you know, instead of this whole broad spectrum of things that you're trying to please everybody in different areas, or trying to be that bean counter. I don't mean disrespect anybody that is, but you know, those are your 5 things. Those are your top 5 strengths, and you know, work with those, and they'll make you successful in whatever. It'll lead you. The other thing was all these assessments that we took. You know, a lot of these college students are trying to figure out what they want to do. I've already been in the job for 15 years, so I knew what I wanted to do, and it was nice to see that after all the assessments and everything, that firefighter was still in the top 10 of jobs that were a good fit for me. So you get in there, you might find out that you're, you know, made to be a CEO of some other company. You never know. So, but that's it. So, anyways, real quick, that was just from me to you.
Yeah, appreciate
Merry
it.
Christmas,
Appreciate
guys.
Appreciate it.
You know, see what you guys can do. You should be getting the book here in the next week, and you can take that code and go online and set it up anytime and start taking the test. And then when the book gets in, really sit down and have you
Awesome.
break down and see what you got. So
Definitely look into
again,
that.
I appreciate
Definitely.
if you guys did vote for me for Officer of the Year, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, you
But,
deserved it.
well, thank you, sir.
Let's go watch some football.
Huh?
Let's go watch some
Let's
football.
do this.
Watch that game.
All right.
Kick it off.
See you guys.